Hello and good morning. This is Andy McCann, your host here on Food, Fitness, and Finance, where we're trying to help you lay a firm foundation in those three things. Yes, it is true. I own CrossFit Garage, and so yes, we talk about CrossFit a lot. It's a lot of interesting stories, so why wouldn't we? But you do not have to do CrossFit to propel yourself forward in life. So today's conversation is, I think it's part 4 of the, is it part 4? Part 4 of the 5 pillars of health and fitness. So it was how you eat, sleep, move, think, and connect. Eat, sleep, move, think, and connect. That's 5. And so today we are on move. We already did eat and sleep or recovery. So sleep is kind of like synonymous. It's just like, it's a nice way to say recovery or an easy way. So we're going to be covering that. All right. So a little bit of background or of show notes here or whatever. So we do have CrossFit Garage. If you're in Woodstock, Georgia, come see us. If you're not in Woodstock, Georgia, that's okay. You can do CrossFit anywhere or do anything anywhere. I really don't care. We have a bunch of free resources here. So if you go to crossfitgarage.com/free, or if you click on the gym info and then slide down to free resources, you'll see a bunch of the things that I've been making for you guys over time. One of them is like this blood pressure optimization. Another one is working out at your desk or exercising at your desk. So you name it. If we've talked about it, it's probably in here. Let's see. We also have our workouts. Again, under gym information, hit WOD, workout of the day. You can see the programming we're following. We follow CrossFit affiliate programming. We do what CrossFit says because I know that CrossFit is the biggest hack to health and fitness that I have ever found. Yes, it is true. You can do anything. You could do endurance running. You could do... I talked to a guy this morning, Bart, new to the gym, and he said, hey, do you do a strength bit before the workout? I'm like, so? We had that good conversation that a lot of us have. In like 2012, I think John from Brand X, the guy who started CrossFit Kids, said, hey, we need to be stronger to go to the CrossFit Games. Who cares about the games? But whatever, that's what he said. So everyone started doing a strength-biased CrossFit. Do we do that? No, but you can. So I am not the guy who's going to say you have to do CrossFit to be healthy and fit. Do whatever you want. The best program is the one that you'll do. I'm also not the guy who's going to say, if you want to lift more, by all means do it. Look at Aaron Vincent. He does a great case in this. He's like, I want to cut back on the cardio and add to my strength. I'm like, awesome, but you also need to eat more protein. And he's like, all right, damn it, I will. So he eats a lot of protein. And instead of doing a 400-meter run, he'll do a 100-meter farmer's carry. I think that's great. That's what he wants to do. I've got a couple folks that will go out and run every time after a workout. I think Amanda, Paul, and Shayna will do that. Totally fine. If you want to lean into that, by all means, do it. Here's what I know. I am 52. I've been doing CrossFit for 17, 18 years. This is all I do. I don't do the extra stuff. Whenever there's accessory work or whatever, I don't do it. I roll and I stretch. And I can beat almost all of you guys in the gym. Not all the time and not at specific things, but if you were to hopper that shit out, I'm up there. All I'm saying is CrossFit as written actually works. You don't have to do extra, and it's mind-boggling that it does. No, I know I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm just saying, like, we go do the open, you're going to see me at the top of the board, and that's just dumb. It shouldn't happen. But the reason that it happens is, it's just like, Dwayne Johnson said in that movie Central Intelligence. Hey, anybody could do it. I just worked out 7 hours a day, 7 days a week for the last 7 years. I don't do that. But anybody can have what I have, which is I just show up and do what's on the board and what the coach says. Rule number 1, show up. Rule number 2, don't do anything stupid to prevent yourself from showing up next time. And that's part of the movement. Okay, so we've got that. The schedule, we got a lot of brand new people in the gym. Let me throw that out at you. It is, if you go to, look at that. It's not showing up. But if you go to schedule, there it is. It showed up. On our website, you'll see it. Basically, we're open at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7:30 a.m., 8:30 a.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., and 6 p.m. Just on Friday, not at 6 p.m. And then we have one weekend class and an open gym on Sunday. Anyway, so that's the schedule. But we do have 24/7 access, so you can come whenever. So like Bart and I were talking, and we got done with the workout. And he said, so I could go lift right now? I'm like, yeah, if you want to. He's like, I'm actually pretty tired. I don't really want to. I'm like, perfect. But you could, if you wanted to, go lift. So same to you guys. You're welcome to do anything extra. And if you want to do your own programming, I don't care. Go for it. Just not during class. I have to pick something to run the gym, and I pick CrossFit affiliate programming because it comes from the CrossFit people, and that's what I've signed up for. I did not sign up for Mayhem Fit. I did not sign up for NC Fit. I did not sign up for comp train, yes, you could do that. We have, let's see, if the gym is open, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so it's 8 hours of the day that we have a class. I think it's 8. That leaves 16 other hours. You can come in and do whatever the hell you want. I'm totally fine with that. Just don't get in the way of class, right? I think kind of the rough part is some people get really tied up and my thing's the best. Man, it's not the best. There is no best. I've been doing this long enough, I can tell you. Depends what you want. That becomes the best. I want competitions. Great. You need to do more and you need to really exercise and recover. We talked about that before. I really want to do endurance races. Great. This is a good hack to health and fitness, but you probably should bike some and run some because that's the sport you chose, right? So I don't know if there is the best. CrossFit is the best for hack to timing, right? I can work out today. We worked out for 12 minutes and I know it's going to work. It's just a great hack. The class was 1 hour. It didn't have to be. I could have made it. Let's see. The workout was 12 minutes. I probably could have warmed up. I know how to do the movements, so no big deal. So it probably could have been a 30-minute class for me. But I also want to overlap those diagrams, the circles, right? The Venn diagram, and I want to have connection. So I talked to a bunch of people, and I waited for the next class and gave them all fist bumps. I came in early and gave those guys fist bumps. Of course, I come in early so I can use that 30-minute break to clean the gym. Okay, so next thing is, yes, we follow CrossFit, and I just said that, so there you go. And then if you ever want to be part of the gym, typically what we do is first you would fill out the, hey, this is me, or the price thing, like, hey, I want to see your prices or whatever. So you fill out the form, and then that hits me, and then I reach out to you. Typically what happens is, like we did this morning, I'm in class with you and we do class together. So if you have a question, I'm right there. We work out side by side. Typically I tailor mine back a bit so that you're comfortable, like, oh, he's not just blowing it out of the water. Totally fine. I want you to drive away going, I probably could have done more. That's perfect. Because if you do too much, you're never coming back. So slow it down and go easy. Now I forgot, Bart said, hey, I've actually done CrossFit for 12 years. I'm like, oh, well, in that case, let's do what you would normally do, but go tiny bit slowly for me because it's been a month. He just moved here. So he's like, yeah, sure, I can do that. So we used the bike as a place to be like, hey, we're going to bike for 2 minutes. You can bike slowly, you can bike fast. Nobody's going to know. It's 2 minutes. And then you can use it as a break or not, right? So that's just my way to get people through the first class without pushing them too much and not violating the rules. Rule number 1, show up. Rule number 2, don't do anything stupid to prevent you from showing up tomorrow. All right. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and we also have This Is a Video. If you go to @AndyMcCann42 on YouTube, you'll find these videos. I video everything there. It's all the stuff that I find interesting. If you don't find it interesting, that's okay. Don't subscribe and watch. It's mostly everything revolves around health and fitness or something nerdy like D&D or some video games, but I post on everything that I find interesting. And you can find it interesting or not. I actually don't care. So join in. Those that like will follow and do. Those that are looking for sensationalism, I don't do that. I don't edit my stuff. I don't make thumbnails. I'm just not into that. If you're high maintenance and you need that stuff, you and I probably just won't get along. So I'm actually the type of guy when I look at YouTube and someone's got a, you're never going to believe this. I intentionally don't watch those videos. I don't want to give them credit for like trying to do, shock stuff. I just don't like it. But I'm also 52 and I get that I'm not like most people. You can also listen to us as a podcast. If you go to food or go to any podcast service and look for food, fitness, food, and finance, you will find the things there. Okay, so let's jump into the meat of this. This is a presentation that I built over time and delivered at the Survival Podcast Fall Workshop. So Jack Spirko of the Survival Podcast runs a very awesome podcast, and he does a live stream of it as well. But it is about modern day survivalism or lifestyle design. So it is not zombies are coming to get you. It's how do you live a good life now when times are okay, and then even if they're not. So it's things like, hey, I probably should start a garden. I probably should get some chickens. I should probably exercise. I should probably have a better thought process, right? So the things that he talks about are very similar to me because if you, the primary prep, isn't prepared, then nothing really works, okay? So I've got a few things for you. The first slide that I'm going to cover right here is the move test. So I had a bunch more in here, but at the workshop, I only had 45 minutes, so I had to cut some things down. So I'm going to elaborate a whole lot more in this little podcast video thingy. All right, so I had some tests, like how do I tell if I'm out of shape or if I can't move well? This isn't really an out of shape one, it's just I can't move. So if you cannot touch your toes, that's a problem. If when you tie your if you avoid shoelaces, that's a problem. If when you tie your shoelaces, you have to do like a butterfly style and tie on the side of your shoe, that's a problem. If you check your heart rate, you put your fingers in your neck and you do the little thingy and you test, and you're like super high, if you're over 80, that's a problem. In many cases, if you're over 75, that's a problem. I find it weird that in here, the CDC says if you're 18 to 20, your average resting heart rate can be 81 beats per minute. At the youngest side, I think that's dumb. It actually drops down until about 61. So that 61 to 70, they're saying, hey, your average heartbeat is 73. And then it goes back up once you get over 80. I think that's ridiculous. If I did mine right now, it would be like 50 to 58, somewhere in that range. It's under a 1 beat per second. That's good. I don't understand why they keep pushing the okay numbers up. This is just it's dumb to me. Anyway, if you do your heart rate, if you put your finger on your carotid artery right here in your neck, and you give yourself a 10-second count, multiply by 6, and that number is over 90, yeah, you're probably screwed. There's something going on. You need to fix it. If you're like my buddy Chris, who's like, no, I've got a really low resting heart rate. What is it? It's like 50 beats per minute. I'm like, dude, you don't exercise and you eat bad, so I'm going to say something's wrong. He's like, no, I'm good. He goes to the doctor and he's like, well, son of a gun, something's wrong. So yes, usually these things are indicators. Go figure them out, right? Another one that I did, I'm going to pop over to a Facebook post I did. It was a 60-second, how is your future, right? So if you're going to answer yes or no to these, and just so you know, if you answer yes to 0 to 2 of them, then you're awesome. Don't worry about stuff. If you answer yes from 3 to 5 of them, you probably should, take a look at this. If you answer yes to 6 or more of these, yeah, you're probably screwed, and you could probably do something unless you're like 82 and you're, it's like you've already beat the odds anyway, then don't worry about it. Keep doing what you're doing, right? Okay, so yes is the bad answer, I suppose, in this. I'm going to read these off to you. You guys answer in your head. All right. Do you need your hands to get off the floor? Meaning, like, if you're laying on the floor, sitting on the floor, could you just get up without putting your hands anywhere? Not that, like, I typically do just because it's easier. I'm saying need, right? Do you have trouble putting your socks on or shoes on while standing up? So if you're standing, not sitting, if you're standing, do you have the balance and coordination and flexibility to slip a sock on? Have you gained 10 pounds or more in the last year? Do you sit for more than 6 hours a day? Like basically any job that we've got these days. Or like me, I was a traveling sales guy. I'm sitting while I drive. And that's even worse for that right leg when I'm pushing on the gas the whole time. Thank goodness for cruise control. Do you eat processed or fast foods more than twice a week? Man, that's not even food. It's just entertainment. Do you rely on medication to sleep or to manage your blood pressure or to regulate your blood sugar? That should be 3 different questions. But anyway, if you use medication for any of that, it's yes, and that's not great. Do you drink sweetened drinks, sodas, teas, energy drinks daily? I am drinking coffee right now. It is black coffee. There's nothing in it. I can't show it to you because, well, I would pour it on myself, but it's black coffee. I probably shouldn't drink as much coffee, but there's nothing in it but coffee. Could you do that? Could you give up that sweetness? Your tongue is a bastard. It wants you to get to sweet. You need to thwart your tongue. We already did that. Go listen to the other episode. All right. Have you told yourself, I'll fix this soon, more than 3 times in the past year? Do you avoid physical activity because the fear of pain, embarrassment, or injury? Now, so if you answer 6 or more yeses, then yes, you probably should do something. This is an interesting one to me. Do you avoid physical activity because the fear of pain, embarrassment, or injury? Most people come to the gym, weirdly, those 3 things are on their list, and I don't understand it. I'm like, well, yes, rule number 2 is don't do anything stupid, but don't do anything stupid. So you're not going to be in pain if you move. If you refrain from moving, yes, you're going to feel something because you're pushing your body. Your body is the ultimate adaptation machine. It's going to say, hey, I should probably grow some muscles and some whatevers, right? So yeah, you'll feel some pain. Now, pain could be like, oh, my shoulder is broken. That's different than I don't want to feel sore. Embarrassment. That's the weirdest one to me. honestly, nobody cares. Didn't you guys learn that in middle school and high school? No one gives a crap about you. That's the saddest thing about life is, in the end, everyone is their own hero in their own story, or at least the main character. My job, one of the tenets that I live by in this CrossFit Garage thing, and something that I just live by in general, is I want to be there to help you be the hero of your own story. And there's nothing more relevant than manifesting that as a dad. I literally want my kids to beat me in every aspect of life. I want them to be like, yes, I was a better parent. Good. I was a better money earner. Good. I had more strength and endurance than you ever did. Awesome. I will cheer on their success. Now, not success like because I am such a sucker that of course they beat me. I'm dumb and they're smart. No. I'm smart and they're smarter, right? So that's what I want. I want them to push themselves. I want that. But people will walk into the gym and be like, I'm embarrassed about what I can do. Well, that's okay. Nobody cares. And everybody was there. If you look at the videos and the posters and the pictures and stuff that we do of the gym, it is not people going to the games. It's what I call the David Desk Jockeys and Holly Housebombs. Yeah, I know. You're like, well, Andy, how come it's not Diana Desk Jockey? Because it doesn't rhyme, And if you're offended by that, I actually don't care. And if you knew me, you'd be like, yeah, he doesn't care. And he's still a good guy. Okay, so David Desk Jockeys, Holly House Moms, come to the gym. We don't care what your fitness level is. Actually, I prefer it if you've got nothing. What's tough is, like a good example, Bart comes into the gym. I've been CrossFitting for 12 years. I'm like, perfect, I forgot you said that. But it's been a month. I'm like, okay, so remember, take it slow. And he's like, yes, I know. And he was smart. He's like, yeah, I should probably do that. It's tough when your brain knows what your body could do. So I've got some members that have taken like years off and then come back. And they're like, oh man, I need to slow my ass down. I'm like, right. So I actually prefer people who are like, Andy, I have like Chris. He's like, Andy, I really haven't done anything since high school or college. Help me. I'm like, I'm in. Let's do it. And they listen. It's like, I don't know if any of you guys read that book, Stormlight Archives, and they put on this shard plate, and the guy's like, run off and go up to the top of the roof and jump off, land head first. And the kid does. And he's like, I love this. This kid will actually listen to me. So he was trying to teach him a thing, but it's just that they listen, and he doesn't even know why. But the lesson became, in this, he trusted his armor. For you, it's trust the process. It's literally just show up and half-ass it. You're going to be fitter than you were. Okay, so don't be embarrassed. Now, injury, that's another one. We actively fight for that. Like, do not injure yourself. I tell people all the time, if it hurts, don't do it. Talk to us and let us figure it out. Now, we've got Cam moving up front, and he is a chiropractor. So, I mean, if you've got a thing, talk to him. Let him adjust you and see if that works it out. Okay, let me move back to the presentation. All right, so that's your heart rate. That's one thing you can do, and, the touch your toes and so forth. Let me go down one. All right. So in my 17, 18 years of CrossFit, what have I learned? First, it is true. I am not a doctor. I'm not even a degreed movement guy. I forgot what you call that. Kinesthesiology? I don't know, whatever. Movement. But I am an engineer. I diagnose problems and I find solutions, which I'm learning. Don't do that all the time. I get it. And I can tell you what I've learned from this. The engineer in me has sussed it out. It's simple. 5 days a week, like the picture showing here, this kid squatting, look at him. Squat below parallel 3 of those days. 3 of the days, lift something heavy. Could be like ultimately heavy, so I'm only doing like 1 or 2 reps. Or it could be super like cardio heavy, like, hey, I'm doing, 15 of them, right? Lift something heavy, an external load. And then 3 days a week, get out of breath. What does that mean? Like jump on the bike, go some running, whatever. Do some sort of cardio with it. It could be cardio with weights. I don't know. But I guess the perfect thing here would be do a ascending ladder of thrusters. Of 10 thrusters per weight, right? So that would get you not only the squats, it would get you some lifting, and it would get progressively heavier, and you'll be out of breath. So go up and down. So do 10 at the bar, and then add 5 pounds, and keep doing 10 till you can't, and then come back down. You're going to get your butt handed to you. It's going to be great. So do that 5 or 6 days a week. Here's the thing. The movement doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be a Romanian deadlift. It doesn't have to be a, what do you call that with the Polish deadlift? I don't know. The split squat where you put a foot up on the bench and you do a deadlifty thing, whatever. What is that called? Anyway, it doesn't have to be complicated stuff. It doesn't have to be a snatch or a clean and jerk. It doesn't have to be complicated. But you do want range of motion. So the other day when I was coaching, we were doing push-ups. And I told people, today I want range of motion. I would rather you go warming up and only to your knees, but touch your chest and drive your elbows all the way out so they're extended, then shortchange yourself. Of course, in the workout, what do people do? They shortchange themselves. I don't think they understand what they're doing, so I'll do some more videos and show you. But the reason for that is the range of motion will prevent things like tripping. Now, I know you're like, well, push-up, what? It's the same thing. It was push-up and squats. And I said on the squat, I also prefer you to reduce the number so that you'll still go all the way down and stand all the way up. And we practiced it, of course, in the workout, 3, 2, 1, go, like a couple minutes in, people are doing stupid things. And there's a certain amount of like coaching you can do before you're a dick and people just get pissed and stop listening and showing up. So you can only coach so much. So one of the members said, why don't they tell them that push press is not a push jerk? I'm like, well, they probably did. And I don't know, like, let's go to class and like listen along and see what happens. Now, I don't know. It's just, I would say that if you're ever mad at somebody else's performance, look at your own baggage first. And let that stuff go. Nobody cares. Nobody's watching, right? If you're watching somebody else, nobody cares. Just get in and move. Yes, would it be better if you moved better? Yes, but I would take any movement over no movement, right? So this is my prescription. Squat, lift, and get out of breath 5 days a week. Mix those up 3 times in some variation. When you turn 65 and you trip, there's a 25% chance if you trip, you're breaking your hip and you're going to die that year. So your chances of death go up by 25% if you trip and break your hip at 65. How do you prevent that? Well, one, if you're lifting, then you'll have better bone density. And you'll also, if you're going great range of motion, you'll probably be able to catch yourself and you'll turn that trip into a sexy dance. So another reason that I like CrossFit, I'm looking at a pyramid structure that CrossFit develops. The CrossFit pyramid isn't CrossFit on the bottom is the basis of all things. It actually, if you read this, CrossFit's not even in their pyramid. At the bottom of the pyramid is nutrition. Of course, below that, I would probably say rest and recovery. But anyway, the bottom of the pyramid is nutrition. It is true. Stop eating stupid stuff. We already did that podcast. The next one is metabolic conditioning. What does that mean? So your metabolism is turning food into energy. So it's metabolic conditioning. There are a couple pathways. We're going to address those. And it's typically things where I'm either out of breath or not out of breath, right? It's a long haul type stuff, like a 5-minute workout or a 45-minute workout. Then there's gymnastics above that. Once you're getting your metabolism in control, possibly your weight as well, then we can help move your body through space. Gymnastics would be like a kipping pull-up, not a strength-based like strict pull-up, but something where you're using your body's kinetic potential to address the movement, right? So it would be, this is a bad one, but like a kipping push-up versus a strict push-up, or a kipping handstand push-up versus a handstand push-up. Although I could argue that handstand in general is gymnastic. Anything on the rings, all that stuff, right? So gymnastics, moving your body coordinatedly through space. The next is throwing and lifting. So throwing would be like, in our case, a wall ball. We don't really throw much of anything else. The act of a clean and jerk is kind of like throwing, but you're not letting go because that'd be dangerous. But then there's ultimate, like just power lifting, the back squat, the deadlift, and all that. It's above that because you really, let me take that back. If you were like, Andy, I can't do anything. I can't do the structure correctly. I could only do one thing. What would you have me do? I'd probably say go deadlift because you don't have to be a rocket science to pick a bar up and you can do variations of the deadlift as well as weight and speed and all that. I would probably just say go deadlift. Something's better than nothing, but that's the last resort type thing, right? Anyway, weightlifting is at the topper end of the pyramid because we're now not just moving your body through space, we're controlling an external load through space, which is more difficult. And above that, the pinnacle is go play sports. Go use your fitness and your coordination and all that stuff to go do a thing. And I love it. So there's, let's see, Skylar is doing a softball team. And I think, who just joined him? I think it was Alicia just joined him in that. And that is awesome. Play some sports. We've got the 1986 biker gang that goes to Blankets Creek and Rope Mill. So if you want to come join us 8 a.m. on Saturdays, we're upping the game. We do 1 loop together. Then some people do 2. And then a couple of us are going to try to start doing 3 loops at a time. Not at a time, but back to back. So we're upping the game. We're playing new sports. I've got this thing coming up, the TNGA, that I'm going to go watch. It is a North Georgia bike packing race. So you have 10 days to complete a race. It's like 370 miles. And I can't bike that far yet. I could bike. CrossFit has allowed me to do almost anything. But how about this? My crotch will not allow me to bike that far. And if you bike, you know what I'm talking about. I've learned a lot of things. I posted on Facebook, hey, what do you guys do to save your undercarriage from all this biking? I've learned a lot of stuff, and I'm going to try all of it. It was, I got a seat where they cut out where your sit bones go. So I'm like, well, how do you avoid sit bone pain? Well, just don't let your sit bones hit the seat at all. I'm like, this is awesome. Why didn't I think of that? Somebody said you should, do more shaving down there because hair is bad. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Another guy said it's all about the salt. I'm like, I can get that. So I've got a lot of lessons learned, and I don't have them, or lessons heard, and I'm going to go out there and practice it and see what it does. But anyway, I got a new thing. Not this year, but next year, I'm going to do this TNGA because it's freaking cool. My goal is to finish. I figure, you have 10 days to finish it, and it's an unofficial race. There's nobody out there really. It's just a bunch of people that says, go, and I'll just do your thing. That if I do like 40 miles a day, I'll finish in under 10 days, and I'm pretty sure I can bike 40 miles a day, and that would give me a lot of time to take care of the sore bits. So that's kind of my goal, is slow and steady. The first time, just figure it out, like what does it look like? So it's actually, let me pull it up so you guys could see it. They don't really have an official website, but there is a Facebook page for it. It's the TNGA Bike Packers. And you can join that and just read their stuff. It's kind of interesting to see what they're all talking about. There's a lot of people. There's 3,000 people that are in this group. And I think it looks like they start 100 people a race, and maybe like 20 of them finish it. So my goal is to just finish it. But I love stuff like this. Like, give me a challenge. Give me something to push for. And the thing is, because of the movement, I did the podcast, I think it came out today, so this is next week. I know the whole thing it's only the 11th right now. I'm usually a week ahead because I hate when I miss delivering an episode. Anyway, if you go back and listen to that, it's like getting old doesn't have to suck. I like being older. I am 52, and I wouldn't change being younger. Who was I talking to on the phone? Oh, Cam. I was talking to Cam on the phone as I was walking the dogs. He said, what I'd give to be 25. I'm like, 25 how? Let's talk about that, because I legit would not change. I think I'm a fitter, better person for who I am now. If I could just be 25 years younger and be like, I already know all this stuff and I could do a better job at being 52, sure, but I don't think that's the way it works. Usually when you play with a genie, they then change your wish into like something like, hey, you're 25, but everyone you know is dead. So I don't know how those wishes go, right? Anyway, this TNGA, have something out there into the future. We got some adventure races. We got some Saturday biking. We've got other stuff. Have something planned so that you can do it. Like a couple of us are planning a fun thing right now as we speak. The tabletop role-playing game people, so the TTRPG folks like D&D, Call of Cthulhu, Draw Steel, all that stuff. They meet up in Indianapolis at a thing called Gen Con. It used to be in Geneva. It was like, I don't know, just a nerd fest. And so a bunch of us are like, let's do it. Have something fun out there. Of course, that comes back later on. I'm going to do the Think and the Connect. That'll come up in other episodes. But this is about movement. So have something out there movement-wise that you can point to or push to. For example, we have got the True Challenge. Let me pull that up. So we have got an event. Let's say True. Come on, baby. There it is. True Challenge. We're doing an event here at the gym October 18th. It's for intermediate competitors. It is not meant to be like, we're going to the games. It's just meant to be something for fun. So if you're a member at the gym, come in here. Do the event. It's going to be great. Find a teammate, register. Have fun with it. Or volunteer and help me deliver this to people. We already got several people signed up. I can't show you on the list because it has email addresses, and YouTube will flag me for showing people's email addresses. But this is going to be awesome. Come join it. All right, let's get back to the presentation. I do have this thing called 32 at-home workouts. We did that during the 2-week to shut the world down or slow the curve, whatever that was. And if you go to, here it is, the free resources page, you can find that one. There it is, 32 at-home workouts. There's also a whole lot of stuff you could do at home. There's a 60 easy. It's just, 60 things in the how you eat, sleep, move, think, and connect. There's 5 of those, and there's 12 months, so 1 each month, so that's 60, right? Do something. You could start right now. You could do like Ken Daniels did. He did all 60 right from the get-go. Some of them are easy to do. Well, actually, all of them are easy to do, but some of them are easy to overlap. Some of them you got to stretch a little bit, but if you're living a life like a member at our gym, you're probably doing 60 easy already, except if you're not eating well. I wish people would let me adjust their eating, but people are very like, I'd rather take a pill or exercise a lot. I'm like, that's good, but weirdly, you don't even need us if you're not going to fix what you're eating, right? So you should probably fix that first. Okay, what else? Let's go back to the presentation. All right, 32 at-home workouts. Move. All right, yeah, here's some, move. Last slide on the move. Man, it's funny. We're already 30 minutes in. I always wonder how these presentations or the podcast or whatever is going to take. But how long will it be? Also, I'm always wondering, like, what am I going to talk about next time? And it's like we're 200 and something episodes in, and I have multiple things I want to talk about with you. I think when I don't make it about me, it's about you guys and what, like, getting you guys healthy and fit and things I'm passionate in, it's easy. If I was to do this, like, only on one subject, like it had to be, I don't know, video games, I would burn out because I don't love them that much. I love getting healthy and I love helping people. I think that's the real key in it. Anyway, okay. So move. If you're like, Andy, damn it, I don't do anything. I can't do anything. I've never done anything. It's been 30 years. I can't do anything. You can actually. You can take the mailbox challenge. If you live in a neighborhood, this works out great. If you're not in a neighborhood, it's a little suspect. But just pick some mailboxes. Start with 10. You're like, well, 10's easy. Great. Make it easy. Get some successes. Walk 10 mailboxes, turn around and walk back home. You did it. Tomorrow, do 11. The next day, do 12. Get to a point where you're like, okay, this is a little bit dicey to me. And then stop there and just do that for multiple days until it's not dicey. So it's probably going to be something like, 100 mailboxes. Let's see, how far would that be? Well, I don't know, whatever. It's probably more than that. But walk 100 mailboxes and then walk back. Do that for like 2 or 3 weeks. How does that feel? I bet you your body acclimatized, right? It's the ultimate adaptation machine. And I bet you're going to do fine with that. So mailbox challenge, that's a good one. Another one is this get ready the night before. Oops, there we go. Get ready the night before. So I take my clothes, I roll them up and put them on, I lay them out, whatever, on the side of my bedside table. So in the morning, I can wake up without disturbing she who must be obeyed. I grab all my stuff. Well, I guess this is problematic. I walk out in my birthday suit into the kitchen. So I guess if anybody else was awake, which nobody would be, but at usually now I'm getting up at like 5:40. It's weird. My clock has changed inside my body. But so I'm out there in the birthday suit then trying to get dressed, which is another weird one. When I get dressed, these shirts go on backwards like 90% of the time. You would think it would be 50-50. Like I just grab them and put them on. I'm like, I don't know, 50% of the time I should be right. But it's not. 90% of the time I'm turning my shirt around because I put it on incorrectly, which is so strange. Oddly enough, underwear always goes on correctly, which that doesn't make any sense. It should be 50-50. Anyway, okay. For me, I go first thing in the morning. If I don't go first thing in the morning, stuff comes up and it just doesn't work. I don't know if it's like, this is something, if I cared too much, I should figure it out. I don't care enough. I'm like, I'll just go in the morning, whatever, that's fine. But is it a function of I have too many things that I'm accountable to? Or is it a function of I like to help too much despite myself? For example, I will do things for friends and family before I would do it for myself. So I was talking to Andy Batchelor, a guy from my Tuesday morning men's group, and I was talking about joining this gym mentoring group. And he's like, why won't you do it? And I didn't really have a great reason. I was like, I don't know, it's expensive. And he's like, okay, let me turn this around. Let's say your son or your wife or whatever, your family member, had this thing that had all these bonuses that you're talking about, and it cost the same amount. Would you do it? I'm like, in a heartbeat. He's like, okay, so the actual problem is you don't like spending money or doing things for yourself. You feel guilty for it. I'm like, you know what? That's actually probably damn true. And so I know that, and so I try to fight that. I would rather help a friend than help myself. I would rather do a thing for my family than do a thing for me. Many of us feel that way, and so then we don't take care of our lives. So anyway, I know that if I go in the morning, that doesn't affect me. I can get it done. Now, weirdly, so I got a bunch of friends from this Business Networking International, BNI, that I just joined, and I have them coming to the gym to test it out and then give us leads, right? So I guess I do care about the leads, obviously. I mean, one member would be great, but I also feel like people don't help business owners that much. They're like, what can I take from you? Can you give me a discount? So I told these guys, come to the gym, try it out, on me as a gift, see if you like it. So they're coming to the gym and they're trying it out. They usually come at 6 a.m. They're like, Andy, come at 6 a.m. I'm like, yes, I will. But I run the gym. I own the gym. I got to do other stuff. The gym kind of owns me. So when Timmy says, hey, I'd like to come check out the gym, I'm like, great. 6 a.m. or 7:30 is perfect for me. Which one would you like? If they choose 7:30 or 8:30, obviously I can't go at 6 a.m., right? So, but I can still go in the morning and aim people to it. Now, somebody said, who was it? Was it Kimberly? Somebody said, I'm going to come to the 5 a.m. And I just had to say, look, there's almost no chance for us ever to meet. So I'm that guy who will care and text you, but we'll never meet in reality unless it's passing between classes. Because, changing my life to get to the gym at 5 a.m., that would mean I'd have to go to bed at like 7:30 or something. And I just can't do that to my family. There's too many responsibilities, right? So anyway, I go early in the morning. The next thing I will tell you guys, if you're having a problem moving, is hire a coach. So I love it. The coaches at the gym they do personal training. Almost all of them are in it for that sort of thing. So whether it's Josiah, Caroline, Matt, or Jamie, or who else is doing them? Those are the ones that are doing some now. Did I get everybody? I think so. They would totally do that for you. All the other guys and gals would as well if you asked, but I know those guys do. This is what they're like, yeah, this is fun. I'm into that. So if you have a coach to lead you, things are much easier. I always say, if you want to speed up the process, I stole it from somebody. If you want to speed up the process, hire a mentor, a coach or mentor, same thing. Somebody that's going to show you the way. They've been there before you. They already know what you're doing. It's the hero's journey. What did Luke Skywalker do? He found himself a mentor, Obi-Wan Kenobi. What did he do later on? He found himself Yoda, right? So he's finding a mentor to say, I've been there, let me show you the way. That's the hero journey all the time. The hero is like, oh no, I don't know if I can do this. They find someone that can help them and they learn to do it. And then they're like, watch me succeed, right? Rocky had the old coach guy. And you will do it, Rocky. I can't think of his name. Everybody, if you watch those stories, the ones that really pan out, people are like, oh, I love it. Like the latest, Top Gun, or any of the Top Guns. They hire or they find mentors to show them the way. You can do this. Let me train you to do the plane inverted upside down and shoot things, right? It's the hero's journey. I mean, it's on our website. I think it's like the very first thing. Right there. If you go to it, it says, hey, CrossFit gym in Woodstock, Georgia, CrossFit Garage, because you got to tell them what you are. Become the hero of your story and get your life back. That is what we do. We want you to be the hero of the story, and we're the guide along the way. Okay, so hire a coach. The other one is join a gym. I like the gym because the whole Venn diagram thing, I take my circles and I overlap them. Yes, it is true. I cheated because I own the gym, so I can sort of angle the direction to what I think I like. And it's not necessarily just what I like. It's, I think, what makes more sense. For example, yes, you could probably have better movement and score higher if you pushed to do competitions. I just don't think that's very wise. I think if you want to do competitions for fun, go for it. But if you're going to move your whole life into competitions, these days, you need to train like 7 hours a day, then have like professional recovery and professional eating and all that. And it becomes consuming. Then if you look at the people who compete at that level, they're like, yeah, it broke me and I'm damaged. There's leftover scarring emotionally and physically that doing too much of a good thing got me. So I like competitions for fun, but not competitions like, like the games and stuff. I know it's weird. I just don't find that entertaining or fascinating or just good. I don't want to support it. So as a gym, we have a competition coming up, but it's Festivus. It's True Fitness. It's the novice one. That's awesome, right? We do the adventure racing. It's cardio forever in the woods for 12 hours. We don't win. We're just out there to have fun, right? So it's competition for fun, not competition for money. That, makes it tough. I will say you can be, like I said, you could be fitter, but you're giving up certain things. I just don't want to give it up. I want CrossFit's hack to fitness. I want the movement hack. I want to, if you're watching this, you can see me. I'm in an overhead squat, snatch. So I guess it's the bottom of a snatch is probably what it was. And my hips are definitely below the top of my knees. I mean, that's actually really good job on me for picking this picture. That's a good looking picture of me in a deep squat. And it's in the middle of a workout, I guess, because you could see Randy. I think that's Randy right there dropping the bar. And then in the back corner, I think it's got a beard. So it's probably Louis in his beard days. Maybe? I don't know. I can't see. And then maybe that's Chris LaPiccolo in the backpack. But anyway, my point is movement and overlapping these diagrams, hiring a coach, all this stuff is key to getting you there. What do you need? I don't know. I keep saying this. I think I've said it almost every time in these podcasts in the last 4 weeks. If you want to hire me, Andy McCann, for one-on-one training, I'm in. As I am $1,000 an hour. The reason why is you have to give a crap. And the best way I can make you give a crap is spend money. And honestly, I am that good. I will fix you up fast. You'll do 1 hour with me. That's probably all you need. And I can give you all sorts of stuff. And if you paid for it, you'll probably do it. The other way is track your food and your movement for 2 weeks. If you do, I will help you for free because you've already done the work. And I know that if you track your food, you're going to be like, oh, I can see the problem. And the first thing I'm going to tell you, if you hire me for $1,000 an hour, is track your food for 2 weeks. Go to the gym and track your gym usage for 2 weeks. Go find a CrossFit gym and jump in there for 2 weeks, right? This is how it's going to start. It's not magic. The pill is easy to swallow. Just show up and do. And that's the beautiful thing. The process is out there. The Yoda, not Yoda, I guess Yoda, the Obi-Wan Kenobi, actually both of them die. I don't want to die. Who in those movies, whatever. I probably am Yoda because I speak incorrectly. Do you must, So I'm your Yoda. No, Yoda was like a master, so I'm more like Obi-Wan. I'm just going to be an old dude that can help you because I've been there. But I've been there. And, I mean, all of my life in the engineering world and mentality is how do you make things more efficient and get it done? And that's what I do for you. I would hire any of the other coaches first before me. They're going to give you pretty much the same thing, and they have a better bedside manner. That's probably my biggest problem is if you pay me a lot of money, then you're kind of paying me to be a dick, and that's kind of what comes out of my mouth naturally, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to, but I'm just going to tell you like it is. You're going to be like, damn, Andy, don't you have some like niceness and emotions? I'm like, yeah, I do, but they're hidden away, and I'm trying to bring them out. So when you pay someone a lot of money, then you expect them to be a dick, I guess. I don't know. So I don't want to be. That's just how I am. We also have garagefitness.online. Garage. Let me pull that up for you. Garage. I can't spell it. So Charles is changing the site around. So if you're not anywhere near us and you can't come in, you can follow this. And he is creating an AI tool that will actually take the workouts we've got and auto-generate kind of some systems. So it'll actually help you if you're like, I want to do CrossFit, I want to lean it towards cardio. Great, we can do that easily. I want to lean it towards strength. Yep, we can do that easily. It's not that hard, but it's a lot easier when someone else tells you what to do many of the times. Guys, it does not have to be complicated. You just need to do some moving. Take the mailbox challenge. Get ready the night before. Try working out in the morning. Hire a coach. Join a gym. I actually think the biggest hack to all of this is just find a CrossFit gym and start. Actually, let me pull that up. Let's see if I can find CrossFit Garage or CrossFit headquarters. CrossFit.com. They have a map. You can, find a gym. Let's see. View CrossFit map. So I wish it would tell me how many are out there. I think there's like probably 15,000 affiliates or something, or 10,000 affiliates. Actually, Nick could be able to tell me that. Nick Lubbers, text me. How many affiliates are there? He used to work for headquarters until he saw the train wreck that headquarters was. Actually, probably not. I just got a really good job offer somewhere else. That guy, if you ever want to talk to a person who knows the thing, man, Nick Lubbers knows things and will shoot you straight, although it is difficult to hear as well. He is like me, but better in that respect. So, I mean, you look at this map of the Southeast, there's like, unless you're in Mississippi, there's a CrossFit gym everywhere. Yeah, I mean, you probably drive less than an hour to get to any of these gyms and there's 82 surrounding Atlanta. Alabama's got a ton of them. Mississippi, yeah, I mean, you've got just at a quick glance, like a little over 20 in Mississippi or in Louisiana. Mississippi has Memphis is Tennessee. It looks like there's 9 in Memphis. I used to go to Olive Branch, Mississippi. I'd fly into Memphis and then drive down. I wonder if some of them are over there. But and of course, Florida's got a ton of them. But anyway, if you're looking at America, there's like except where people aren't, there's a CrossFit gym there. You could probably find a gym that does CrossFit-ish stuff as well. I would probably go to a CrossFit gym first. Actually, I offer this up to you guys for free, help. If you're like, Andy, I live in this zip code near these 2 streets or whatever, I will help you look for a gym. So many times I can kind of tell from just a gym's kind of like the page they present what they're like. So let me just go right here. I'm going to drill down into Colorado and pick, there's a couple gyms right here. So let's see which one I choose. Which one would I choose? I should use proper English. There's 3 gyms-ish near each other. I actually don't know how far apart this is. One of them is, let's see, about the gym. Can I do that? CrossFit, did it come up? CrossFit, I can't even save it. Carbonite. So there's CrossFit Aspen. That's very cool. I would love to. Let me see if I open that up. Cool, I can. I'm going to open up individual gyms. I'm going to tell you which gym, what I think about each of them for the movement side of it. So I got CrossFit Aspen, CrossFit Roaring Fork CrossFit, and Carbondale CrossFit. Okay, so they're probably actually not all that close together because Colorado is pretty big. But let me just give you an example. So I'm looking at these 3 guys. They have got, this is the CrossFit website that got put together for them. Let's see what I can tell on this. All right, so there's an upstairs. That's interesting. I'm not sure how they would use it. It's very tough to use an upstairs. Ready to join. Okay, this is going to be very similar for all of the gyms because I think it forces us to use their format. Yeah, and then there's some R gym. I think I want to go to see more view map. I want to go to their website. I'm going to pause you guys and pull up everybody's website. Okay, so yes, I would join a gym, and this is how, like, I'm looking at 3 that are kind of close together. So CrossFit does give us the option to put stuff in, which it looks like everybody or most people are utilizing, and it's very formulaic, so they're all going to be the same. So I'm going to go to their own website to kind of check it out. So I'm looking at CrossFit Gym in Aspen. I like it. They just titled it that. So fitness elevated, reach new heights, and unlock full potential. Probably very blocky and hard to read, but that's okay. So I'm looking some of the pictures, seeing what their gym looks like, and similar to ours, very spacey. Actually, you know what? I think these are stock photos. Okay, I don't like this. They just picked some stock photos, so I can't see the inside of their gym. So that's kind of a not so great. I want to see what their gym looks like. Let me see if there's a better, let's see, they've got CrossFit, endurance, and personal training. The schedule, that could always be a thing. So let me check out their schedule. Looks like they're using possibly Waterfire. That's nice. They have good tracking. Oh, I like this. They've got a ton of open gym if you wanted to use that, and they got 5 classes a day. Memberships. Let's see what they got there. Typically, everyone paywalls, or not paywalls, they content wall their pricing just so they can talk to you. Had you asked me like 10 years ago, I'd be like, these guys are off my list because I want to see their pricing. But even I do that, and it's just a trade-off. I'll show you mine if you show me yours, and that way we can talk to each other over time. A lot of people just fake the data in there so they can see, but whatever. About us, that might be the good one to look at. Our mission is to help you succeed. So again, it's the hero's journey. They want to be the mentor to help you get there. Let's see, we got some jackets I can see. So I don't see anything in this that throws me off. I do like the open gym opportunity, and I do like that they have personal training. I didn't see anything about nutrition. That could be okay. There's probably somebody local that they could get. So they focus on what they focus on. Nothing makes me feel like, oh no, it's just a negative. I'm not going to use them. Okay, so this next one is CrossFit. No, it's Roaring Fork CrossFit. Fitness built by community. All right, I mean, that's just a fun thing to say. Who knows what that actually means? Personally, I don't like the fact there's a dog at the gym. Dog almost killed somebody at our gym, so no dogs at the gym. Their pictures are of, looks like their gym, so I like that better. They've got clock bikes. Yeah, it's got the standard setup. Community-based environment. I mean, everybody's is, so I don't know if I would tout that. That's just a weird thing to tout. Like, everybody's gyms, they're going to say we have good community because, I mean, if you join, you like their community. So I'm like, I don't know if I would push on that one. They've got some 5-star ratings up there. Did Murph, great. Yeah, that's pretty good. Free intro. But the other one had a free intro as well. Pretty much everybody will do that. This is a site fit. I used to use those guys to build the site. Let's see, we got get started. Let's go with the about. And there it is. Yeah, picture of the gym. Standard look, I like that. Rubbered floors. What makes our difference? So they show you the coaches. That's kind of nice. We get to see a couple of them. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 coaches. And then your entry form. What we offer. Let's see what we can see in this guy. CrossFit Rev class. So I guess it's like a CrossFit Lite maybe. Open gym. Personal training. Oh, I got chiropractic massage in there. That could be useful too. I like that. So again, I don't see anything that's throwing me off. I probably look at their schedule and the rates as well. Right now, I would probably go to each of them and be like, let me try them both out. So they've got 2, 4, 6 classes a day. And that's a Monday. I don't see where their open gym is listed, but open gym typically means, hey, the gym is open. Come in here. Let's see about rates. Yeah, so they walled off their rates as well. All right, let's look at Carbondale CrossFit. Let's see. Mondays and Wednesdays at 4 p.m., 13 up, 6-week series. All right, this is some sort of special. So they have a special right up front. They got classes. I don't see that listed. Well, let me slide down a bit. All right, pictures of the gym. Actually, weirdly, it looks a lot like the other one. People doing the things we do. I like it. So mobility, CrossFit Kids, Fit Family. I don't see anything in these that really throw me off. Now, possibly on this one, this might be a husband-wife only setup, which could be okay. It's just when they go on vacation, like, what do you do? So that's a red flag to me. They only have the 2 coaches. These guys put their pricing right on their website. Totally fine. $170 a month. That's cheap for Colorado. Usually, they're like $250 a month. So these guys are probably the new kids in town. Yeah, they started in 2022, so they're possibly 3 years old. Let's see their classes. Their schedule, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have 4 classes a day. No, that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 classes a day. So I'd be interested. The thing that would throw me off in this one is who are all the coaches? You need more than 2, especially if they're related, because people go on vacation together. That's how families typically work, and you don't want the place to shut down. They probably have more, but maybe you didn't put them on the website. For example, if you go to our website and you go to the About page, I think it shows our coaches, and I've asked them, like, hey, do you want to be, where do I see that? Is it contact us? Nah. Where is it? I said, do you guys want to be on the website? Let me know. Give me a picture and a blurb, and I'll get you on the website. And there it is, About. Most of them said, nah, not really. I don't really care. So you only have 6 coaches up, and we've got more than 6 coaches, but whatever. So you just have to call and ask them. So I would probably start with the first 2, and then maybe try out the other one, or at least give them a call. This is what I would do to look. At least narrows it down. There's 3. Now I gave you 2. So that's 33% better or faster or whatever. Or at least a question to call and ask that guy. And I have never even been there. It's because I know what to look for. I'm happy to help you find a place. I'm happy to do that for you. Just tell me some crossroads where you live, so that, and the city, I guess, right? I need to know that. So I can see and look around. I would almost always say close is better. So if you lived next to the one that I was like, on the Carbondale one, if you lived right next to it, I'd say give it a shot because you're right there. Close is usually best. It creates better habits. Guys, it does not have to be CrossFit, but I'm telling you now, CrossFit is the biggest hack to time in health and fitness that I have ever found. I don't have a doctor. I don't take any drugs. I don't take any medicines. I don't take any vitamins. I don't have anything except I CrossFit, I move. I love getting older. I'm 50, almost 52, and I feel great. It's just movement and then, working on the other 5 things. So it's how you eat, sleep, move. That's today. Think and connect. So we'll do the other 2 in the next couple of weeks. Y'all take care.